Welcome to the G.N.A podcast, Games, Nerds, and Alcohol, where we get invaded at the very last second by somebody from Thoughts and Shots. Devin, how you feeling, man?
I'm going to be feeling great probably within the next 30 minutes to an hour.
You think it's going to take that long? Because with that face you made, I'm pretty sure that's already seeped its way through your mouth orifice into your bloodstream.
Well, I mean, it doesn't help when I'm chasing it with a glass. That might as well just be kombucha.
Yeah, I like kombucha.
I do too. I'm realizing I'm starting to get up there, so I need to actually start watching out for my shit.
Yeah.
But look, Crown Royal.
No, there you go. Yeah, chase probiotic with Crown Royal. That can't go wrong.
Oof,
all I see inside of his guts right now is a battle taking place, and this
I had
battle
McDonald's beforehand too, and this battle is fucking epic.
Yeah, there will be no winner. There will be scorched earth.
My nugget is probably fighting in there like Leonidas from 300. Hello,
and we got Damok joining us. How you feeling, Damok?
I'm all right. We'll see how it goes.
That's good. I'm half left. We got D from Microbrew GamerZ. How you feeling there, man? Don't make fun of my bad pun.
Not too bad. I'm just wondering how long before this guy's liver jumps in the pit like Leonidas kicked the other guy.
This is normal.
Dude, you know, they actually used to take bets when Hendrix would get up on stage on just how long he'd stay upright before he passed out from all the drugs in his system. That's pretty much what we're going with for Devin right now. We're just going to start taking bets, give the over-under on how long he's going to stay upright before he finally just becomes a permanent portion of that chair.
I've gotten better at it. Honestly, with once the medication hits, it's literally just let myself coast, and then it normally means what's going to happen is my next episode, which is my episode, is going to be a train wreck.
Mental note, I gotta make sure to listen to that one.
But we
won't be able to look away. I mean,
aw, pretty kitty. Those eyes are all closed.
Yep, Clovis from Sleepwalkers.
Right? None of my cats are fucking cuddly like that. They're all assholes.
Well, because he's a kitten and he's had this since birth, aka he's just used to it. Podcast talk, go.
Let's start off. What is everybody drinking or partaking in, as we've said before? So, D, why don't we start with you, man? What are you drinking, guy?
I'm actually sticking with, since I bought a big box of the mixed stuff, I'm actually sticking with Wachusett Ale again.
Nice.
And this is the Juicy Citrus Ale Blood Orange.
Ooh. Yeah,
so
Dogfish Head does a great blood one.
It's like the other pale ales. This one's got about 4.5% by alcohol by volume. Very smooth and crisp like the others, and you just get that little bit of blood orange like aftertaste. So it's really smooth, and it's not overpowering, so it's not like a bad taste at all. It's actually really good. I was surprised. They've done very good with being light on the fruit beers, so it's like you get that aftertaste, like you know what you're drinking, but it's really good and refreshing and not like sickening or off-tasting. So Wachusett does a very good job with their fruit beers.
Nice. What's the bitterness like on that guy?
Not bitter at all.
Really?
Well,
okay.
Yeah, it's not like an IPA. It's just a citrus ale.
Oh, okay. What about you, Damok? What are you drinking tonight, man?
Well, I'm partaking and drinking.
Ooh.
I got whatever these things are.
What the hell are they?
Sildenafil? Whatever the fuck that is, makes
if it's sildenafil, you're taking fucking Viagra.
Yeah, I'm not sure if I'm supposed to be drinking with it.
Don't work so good.
No, it works great now. It's like
so
I'm 19 again.
You're taking a vasodilator, and you're going to be drinking alcohol, which thins the blood.
Yes.
And everyone thinks I'm trying to die.
No, I've had a beer. So we are good to go.
Oh, come on. I wanted Titanic Part 2.
It said moderate alcohol consumption. I said, okay.
Yeah.
If you want to die, just play hacky sack with Cecil over there.
Oh, no.
In no time.
Yeah.
See, I feel like that at that point, it's just going to end up being just a Damok. Just, again, Titanic Part 2, halfway through the episode, vanish like a ghost.
I had to go. I had to work in the morning. It was terrible. No, but I grabbed it's a Hefty Weissbier. I cannot pronounce the name of it at all. It's one of the world's oldest breweries. Yes, it's German. It's good. It's not bad so far. I've never really had wheat beers aside from Blue Moon, but I wanted to try something different.
Right. Put that up to the screen again. Let me see. Oh, wir hitting Stefaner.
Yes.
Okay, now we got to ask Google how to actually say that.
I probably butchered it because, my German's really rusty. So is my pronunciation.
Yeah.
What about you, Devin, man? What are you partaking in besides that probiotic drink you're chasing with Crown Royal?
So, yeah, I mean, like, if you do, like kombucha or anything like that, find Huzzah Seltzer. That shit's fucking fire. And then from one of my friends' drinking nights, because he didn't want to see it after that, we got some Crown Royal XO.
Ooh. There you go. Was that in the freezer?
Yeah, it was in the freezer. 80 proof, 40% alcohol. Yeah.
Hoorah. Well, I am dry tonight because I have to work in the morning, so can't be hungover and all crappy. Doing a major project in the morning, so got to stay sober
I have
tonight.
to help someone move. You'll be fine.
No, if I screw up, there could be like millions lost, so not going to do that.
Good man.
Going to stay sober for this one.
Hey, Cecil, just be like this. And it's gone.
If you're not that for Halloween one year, I swear to fucking God.
Oh my God, that would be hilarious and horrendous. Yeah, be pretty funny though.
Oh yeah, hilarious.
State of Games. State of Games is where we talk about what we've been playing for the past week, or we pontificate on how we feel games are just in general. So why don't we reverse that order? Devin, what's your State of Games, man?
So I've been going deep in on Rocket League, as well as finally getting, since one of the free games this month for PS4 was WWE Battlegrounds.
Nice.
And that game is so fucking fun, especially when you are under the influence.
Yeah, there are a lot of great games.
Every time my intro starts playing, I start getting super fucking hype. I'm going through the story mode. I'm trying to get my girlfriend to play it with me once, but I know she probably won't.
Yeah, I try to get my wife to play with me, and she just keeps shutting me down. And I'm failing on Tinder too, so that's not helping. Oh, you're talking about a game? Oh, no. Shit. Yeah, that too. Yeah, that too.
And then on Rocket League, I played my first Psionics tournament this week, and I got in the top 16, so let's go.
Nice!
Which is great, because I was very high and very drunk for that tournament.
It's the best way to be.
And we got to about second round. I mean, there's only about 4, so we got like halfway through. So, yeah, I did pretty good. But yes, if you like fucking getting fucked up in wrestling, get that Battlegrounds game. That's really fun.
I think I actually already put it into my library, but I don't have a PlayStation anymore. But I keep getting the games because I still have. I bought my PlayStation Plus like in advance for 3 years or so. So I just keep going in every month and going click. That's pretty much all I'm paying for.
I mean, that's what you got to do with the free game. Sometimes just have it ready for when you do have PS.
Yeah.
Anywho,
what about you, Damok? What's your State of Games, man?
I bought Sands of Salzar.
Ooh.
Don't buy it. Don't play it.
Never mind.
It was a very interesting Mount and Blade concept, but it's still very early. I thought by this point, because it's been out for 10 plus months, that enough updates have happened, that it would be a lot better. And while it has some good points, it's just not quite there yet. And it's very, very slow going. So yeah, it's interesting if you like that, but the system needs some work. It needs some tweaking. But yeah, it's okay. I just would wait another 10 months.
Fair enough.
Nice. What about you, D? What are you playing, man? What's your State of Games?
Well, I was playing Skyward Sword on the Switch, the re-release, and disappointed with the controls. They painted my ass. Not as accurate as they should be, and it keeps losing. You basically do like the you center, you hit the button, and it basically says, "Okay, here's where you are on the screen," right? So you get it all calibrated, and you go running around. All of a sudden, I hit the button, and Link's spinning in circles, looking in crazy places. I'm like, "What the?" Point at the screen, hit the thing again. okay, here we go. I've got control again. 10 minutes later, Link's spinning in circles again. I'm like, okay, let me recalibrate this.
He's spinning in circles. He's throwing up gang signs.
Yeah, it's like, okay, let me use my slingshot. And why am I staring at the sun?
As the sun's just looking down on you, like, yes, do it.
It's just, and I tried, I was like, okay, maybe it's just, I'll try a different set of, the Joy-Cons. Okay, I'll try these. It's like, the controls just ain't that great. I'm disappointed.
So now what you're referring to as a bug is really a feature.
Actually, it is, and we can talk about that part. But have you tried using a Pro controller?
Not yet, no. I was just doing the Joy-Cons.
Okay.
Have you tried using your dick and testes?
Not yet, but that's coming. I'm going to teabag the fucking controller.
Yeah, I'm sure it definitely is.
So that's the one horrible thing that I've heard about the game. They're like, they never took out the motion controls, and when they tried to add in the Joy-Cons and everything and make it playable that way, they just royally botched it. And if you can get over the horrific controls, the game is supposed to have a good storyline, but even when it came out originally, the controls were absolute garbage. So I'm curious if
it had good storyline, but
yeah, and it's supposed to be like it's setting up Link or setting up Zelda to be there's one more game and then Nintendo can close out the series. There's a whole craziness behind that.
Yeah, but, I mean, it's supposed to be like the progenitor, they were never released in order, but this is supposed to be like what kicked off the whole Legend of Zelda. It's supposed to be basically the progenitor of it all.
Right.
So, Zelda, and this is not even a freaking princess, so.
Really?
Right.
Not yet.
Well, I don't actually know the story, so I have no clue what happens.
It's Legend of Zelda Episode 1.
Episode 1 or Episode 0?
But let me try the... no, Episode 1, because this is what starts it all.
He's
with the
talking
controls that makes it the fucking hottest world.
But the whole fucking controls are terrible. Try the Pro controller. I've heard good things about that, but again, people are still pissed off with the controls.
Okay, I'll try that. I'll see if that's a little bit better.
Save the Joy-Cons for the porn games.
There you go.
Yes, the face. The face.
And I have been playing Destiny 2 and a little fun game that came out on Google today. I don't know, anybody jump on Google?
Yes, I actually, as soon as you mentioned it in the chat, I went and played it for a little bit on my work. My coworkers all looked at me like I was insane. That intro was fucking immaculate.
Yeah, I thought it was there was a lot of work that just went into a free little HTML5 game on your screen. I really thought it was cool.
That was crazy. I was very.
Did you try playing it through your phone? Because it's actually it's optimized for your phone as well.
I have not.
Yeah, I was actually surprised because I was working. I'm like, because I was on my work computer and I'm sitting there. I went to Google.
I was not too when I did it, and
I just looked at it and I'm like, well, what's this? And I clicked on it and then it started playing. I'm like, ooh, this is cool. So 10 minutes later, I was like, okay, I got to make sure I post it. So I posted in our Teams chat and I was like, do not go to Google today, whatever you do. And everybody chimed in like, oh, that's pretty fun. I'm like, shit. And then one person came up like reverse psychology. I'm like, well, I warned y'all. I tried. I warned you.
I didn't even realize that. I just ignored the little Google shit, everything else, and I just went to, I'm like, it's a whole fucking game.
Fun. It's entertaining.
It's neat.
Nice.
How far did you guys actually get? Because I used DuckDuckGo. I abandoned Google quite a while ago until Cecil's like, hey, has anybody been to Google today? We're like, no, but I'll go. I got two. I got the mountain climbing one, and then I got the swimming one, which was the arrows and all that.
I got the mountain climbing one. I got it's like a football one where you're passing the ball back and forth. I got the tabletop tennis one. I think those are the only three I got.
I got to the intro and then I had to stop.
It was pretty fun. The tabletop tennis was. Nope. I think that's just another one too, right?
Yeah.
There is another one. Okay, because I did the intro one, then I went and climbed the mountain because I was like, oh, let's just go fucking north, and then I went and did that fucking key combination was hard, dude. I had to do it 3 times. I'm so uncoordinated.
Yeah, there's a little mini game where you're passing a ball back and forth and orcs are trying to kill you. That's pretty fun. Well, not kill you, but trying to tackle you. I haven't even gone to the left. Like there's a whole other side on the left-hand side I haven't even touched yet. So
he travels too far and then gets into Rule 34 territory, and then he's fucked.
No, it looks good. It's fun. I'm probably going to finish it up tonight.
I commend Google for doing things to make it more interesting, to like kind of brightens everyone's day up, because I know like half the time that shit does for me. So he's literally just gonna do it as he's.
No, like when you say optimize for the phone, I don't know if it's the rest of the phones, but the Pixel full screens it like it's an app,
and it's hot. It's just
pretty awesome.
Like I popped over. I'm like, well, let's see what this does, and bam, and it'll even give you controls on either side in a second.
Oh shit!
And that's where we lost the show.
Yeah, no, that's hot. Yeah, that's where I was like, I know I could do that. That's actually pretty fucking awesome.
Oh, fuck me, dude.
Yeah, it's a pretty cool little thing. And they really, Google went, I think, above and beyond on this one, because they really, like, they just really made it work. I don't know. I dig it.
I just want to mention that when I went and pulled up my Google, the first thing that fucking came up is, here, watch the Sesame Street pitch reel of how the show got its name. And I'm wondering, what the fuck did I look up to make this a thing? Because I don't know.
Probably.
Well, gosh. So what's your topic for tonight, Mr.
Well,
Cecil?
actually, our topic is completely randomized. One of the things I wanted to talk about was...
Yes, right. Bread and butter.
Well, one of the things that, like, literally I was finishing out right before the show, He-Man Revelations came out on Netflix. Yes. He-Man. Holy crap. It started off, like, the first episode, the first, like, 10 minutes of the episode, you're like, oh yeah, this kind of feels like He-Man, only a little updated. And then it just starts taking a shift, like, just like taking a hard left at Albuquerque. And I'm like, wow, they really updated this. This got dark. You get to the second episode, you're like, wow, this got dark. I binge watched the whole thing. Granted, there's only 5 episodes out right now.
See, for me on my Netflix queue, what it gave is the trending shows, which was He-Man, followed by that stupid fucking dating show, Sexy
that's on
Beast.
mine too. I don't know why that keeps popping up on mine.
I don't
He-Man
know
didn't
either.
even come up on mine. I had to like sit there and literally search, and I just searched several things until it finally said, you meant this one.
It popped up on my trending. I had to dig a little bit in there, but it was in there.
It's on
But
my
then
front
really
page.
Trending.
Then that stupid Sexy Beast show, which... Kudos Netflix for trying to find something creative, but good fucking lord, it looks like nightmare fuel.
It's a bunch of people get dressed up in total makeup, and like it's a furry's dream. It's a furry's dream. It's everybody else's nightmare. But they literally...
It's B-stars, but in reality. That's literally all it is.
And then people are just going out on dates with all the looks and everything else completely aside, so you can't judge on that. It's like, I could do the same thing with a paper bag.
I have a dare for Cecil.
Oh.
Show up to one of those big furry conventions, but show up as Beastman from He-Man.
I actually might get a little tail there.
Oh.
You know,
And Damok is Evil Lynn.
I'm not even sure what we're talking about, so yeah.
Dude.
but if you guys, what did you guys think? Because I'm pretty sure at least 2 of you have seen the first episode.
I had watched at least a trailer, and I'm very excited to give it a full binge when I'm in full coherence.
What about you, D? You said you watched a couple episodes?
I watched the first 3, and so far I like it. It took a nice dark turn, but I'm hoping that it stays pretty good. It's got my interest, but it can go either way. It can either get really good, or it can turn into kind of a shit show. So I'm kind of hoping it keeps it good and kind of the kind of the heart of He-Man. Hoping it stays true to my childhood.
See, in the binge content department, I've been like deep into I Think You Should Leave with Tim Robinson, because it's stupid humor and it's like right up my alley of
I
humor.
needed something. I
it's
needed something to break me from the Great British Baking Show. Holy crap.
Dude, for real.
Dude, spring baking championships, man. Watch it until you see fucking Dwayne from Mississippi.
Watch the masterclass.
Dude, Dwayne from Mississippi. He'll just fucking he He's an interesting guy, but you okay over there, man? You just you poured a bunch of that shit in your mouth.
Oh, no. I'm just very hot because it is almost like 100 degrees out in Nebraska right now.
That could be, I it's warm.
Oh. Yeah, that's
I think my AC turned off for a quick little rotation.
I'm just curious. No insult. I'm just curious, but what is in Nebraska?
You'd actually be surprised. The area that we're located in, it's actually quite a bit. But then once you get outside of our area, corn and racism.
Because that's what I heard, but I just didn't know if there was anything like interesting, like around you, or whatever. Just because I've never been, and that's all I've heard is like the stereotypical. That's the funny
thing is, Nebraska is a red state, but like Omaha is as blue as you can get. Mainly because we're like a city site type thing, but we have like we actually have like concerts roll through every now and again, and obviously can get fancy alcohol and shit. So,
well, the fancy alcohol is a necessity.
It's a good time. I mean, apparently we're a state where if you have a drinking podcast, you can somehow thrive, so let's go. And then they let you host live movie nights and shit, so...
Hey, ride that train.
That's still their biggest fucking mistake they've made. They don't know what they're in for.
I was about to say, but for how long? It's like, shit, we made a mistake.
Well, we already know that for that convention we're going to we're going to have to get drunk in the parking lot as we're going in to record our episodes. Because they won't let us bring open containers in there.
That's what a flask is for.
And that's also why you have a McDonald's cup, one of the big gulps.
Well, we already said we were going to do that too. That's what we said we were going to do too.
You don't sneak. No. You don't sneak. No, you don't pretend you walk in with it in your hand like it's a Sprite and just be like, "Hey, people, what's up?"
I'll have a McMuffin, so it's more.
Yeah, I mean, you mix in like some vodka so you don't smell it. You sit there, have a big old fucking burger, and just walk in like, "What? I'm fat, motherfucker."
Yeah, but to say, as soon as I stand up, it'll make perfect fucking sense. But like, especially with our crew now too being 4 fucking deep. So
I'm like, look at me, I'm just doing my best, Kevin Smith impersonation. Come on. Before the diet, before the heart attack.
I'm trying to be like Michael Moore. Leave me alone.
So conspiracy theory and hardening of the arteries.
What about you, Damok? Did you watch He-Man?
I'm clogging 4chan.
I watched the first 2 episodes of it. I was never the giant fan of He-Man when it came out. I only ever watched it sporadically, so it was a bit confusing because I never knew what actually happened at the end of He-Man. So the new Masters of the Universe, it apparently does pick right up right after the events of the last He-Man original series, because I was confused as shit. They didn't have any explanation of who was who or doing what, and I was like, oh, okay. It went dark, but in a weird dark that is still kind of kid-friendly, but I like Kevin Smith, I really do, but he could have done without some of the stupid little innuendo jokes. He could have left them out, and I would have been happy.
That was made solely for the fact of, hey, here's for the adult kids, kind of like what Bill Nye fucking did, where he's like, this is a show for the kids that grew up with me, not for those little fuckers that don't know who the fuck I am.
Yeah, but like, so there's a spot where there's a glove, and one of the characters makes a comment, "Oh, no glove, no love," and I was like, they made a condom joke, and I don't know.
See, at least they went high budget with though. They went high budget with it though, and actually like tried to make it look like good. Meanwhile, fucking, I remember finding the Dungeons and Dragons animated series, and I wanted to die.
Oh, I'm not saying it doesn't look good, and the storyline took an interesting turn that I thought was going to be more adult-orientated, but then throwing in those jokes from when we were teenagers was kind of... And there were several of them throughout, and I only watched 2 episodes, and there were several, like, really bad fucking jokes. And I was like, okay, but Cecil likes campiness like that.
Just the right amount of campiness where it's like, okay, this is what He-Man was like, but then it has a lot more adult themes in it as well. So I don't know. It was entertaining.
See,
at some point,
you're talking to a guy that had like all the toys growing up. So.
Yeah, but like the campiness was the storyline itself. The storyline is not very good. It is like watching the old He-Man stuff where you're like,
because you're getting it written by 2021 writers though, where it's like they didn't have like there's so much they have to be careful of now these days.
No, it's fine. They tried to do it in line with the original He-Man. So they wrote it like Kevin Smith, I think, was the majority of the writing. Like he did write it really good. He just could have left out some of the it's a bunch of dick and fart jokes that are still hidden in there.
Well, you got to remember, Kevin Smith. It's still Kevin Smith. So Kevin Smith.
Well, so they also they explain the campiness of it in the show. Because you got to.
So, do you like the 80s?
You got to keep in mind that He-Man is like it's like Shazam or like Captain Marvel. So he's a kid that happens to grow up into he turns into He-Man. So he's really like a 16-year-old kid. So they actually explain the campiness in that way. And I'm like, oh, you know what? That makes.
Even though he looked like an adult in the
original.
He didn't really look much
in the original, they didn't exactly take it and say, yeah, let's actually make this guy look like he's a scrawny kid. They're just like, oh, let's put He-Man in clothes. There we go.
Paler. And tights and paler.
Oh my god.
It's like suddenly with the power, I have a fake tan.
See, I just like the fucking dumb joke that Nostalgia Critic made of the fucking thing where it's just a stupid joke of He-Man holding the sword up and just, I have permission!
Well, one of the things that they get into some other things in the show, like Orca's real name, and they actually break down, so they give a little bit more of a background story to some of the other characters, which is more than I actually expected. Like, you get more of kind of a little bit more information on Evil Lynn and what's going on with her and Beastman. You get to see what happens basically. It's like, the best way I can think to describe it is post-apocalyptic He-Man.
Okay, yeah, no, from what I saw, I can kind of agree with that for sure.
Pretty much spot on. And don't forget, we're also talking about it. I mean, they got expanded with, there was another set of shows that also expanded the storyline, like, Keldor became Skeletor. I mean, so there's actually a bit more, both in comics, but don't forget, this whole thing was invented to sell toys.
Yeah.
So we can't expect the sun and moon from this thing. It was campy, it was meant to sell toys.
I bought everyone I possibly could,
I loved it as a kid. I actually got lucky. My one Christmas when I was real little, my family all didn't have a lot of money, so a bunch of my relatives pitched together and they bought basically the entire collection of He-Man, which I still have a bunch of that shit, and which my kids play with now.
Oh yeah. All right. Well, speaking of shows, let's slide into something that's a little bit not nearly as good, and it should have been.
Uh-oh.
Have you guys partaken in the Resident Evil series that came out on Netflix?
No, I saw like a trailer, and I was feeling so about the animation when I saw the trailer, but I haven't actually partaked in it yet.
I watched episode. Don't do it.
Yeah, just don't. I watched all of it. I watched it 2 nights ago.
I watched the trailer and I was like, you know what? This animation is. I was like, this animation is on par with the other animated films that came out with Resident Evil, and I you know what? I dug those. They weren't great, but I dug those. Well, the trailer. I'm just saying from the trailer. It looked like it was on par. Not saying it was when I got into it. Then I flipped it on and I'm going, all right, this is pretty bad. So I officially watched 4 episodes. I think I actually watched about an episode and a half because I drifted off and was on my phone, and I think I started rubbing one out. It just like anything else to not watch what was on that television.
See, the thing is that's the problem that I have about it is most times when I finally actually do get to the chance on Netflix, it's either I'm trying to watch something with my girlfriend or I'm trying to wind down for the night.
See, the saddest part about this whole thing is how big of a Resident Evil fan Cecil is. I mean, he is a huge...
that's the hard part about it is they had the opportunity to do that fucking amazingly. But
they use the graphics. It's like if they did Spirit Within now with the graphics of doing Advent Children, it's like, why would you even fucking do that?
Yeah!
The Spirits Within. Sorry, the Spirits Within.
No, it's giving you shit.
No, the trailer looked good though. The trailer did look good.
It had promise, but then I watched a little bit of it and I just turned it off.
Yeah, I wasn't impressed with the animation, but it looked like it could have promise as a show as far
as... It was stuttery, and it looked like they didn't have the hardware. And I was like, is this my TV? What the fuck?
See, I'd rather watch the Dead Space movie.
I would watch the Dead Space movies. I would watch them back to back. Oh, Dead Space. You brought it up, man.
I need to add that to the fucking
Dude, they're
list.
remaking Dead Space.
After the fucking
Did you guys see that?
Yes, I did watch the trailer for that. Sorry, I gotta go into.
I did not see it yet, but I heard, and I was like getting pretty excited. I felt a little, a little warm, a little, rubbing the nipples,
Which I saw the PS3 version actually in my possession, but I just don't know if my PS4 can run it. I want to play it again though, because that's fucking
Dead Space
lovely.
was the first game in a long time that actually scared me. Like genuinely had me angst and on edge and like, holy shit, what's going on? That game actually got me several times.
Well, too bad, Cecil, I wasn't there when you first played it to
dude,
give you the Wouldn't It Be Funny Ifs.
Yeah,
God.
That goes all the way back to Resident Evil 2. I'm on the second disc of Resident Evil 2 where Mr. X is following you around.
And keep in mind, I have never seen her play the games before, chilling out Cecil when he was playing through second one. I've never even
Bastard
seen.
shows up and he's just like, oh man. And I see, he's like, who's that guy? Because I saw Mr. X on like one of the balconies below. And he's like, I'm like, oh yeah, that's this big tyrant guy. He's trying to kill me. And he goes, oh man, wouldn't it be funny if he just like jumped up on the ledge there and just came up and tried to kill you? And I was like, no, that would be funny. And besides, you can't do that. He can't jump. Next thing you know, boom, there's a friggin' hand over the railing. I'm like, what the fuck? So then, of course, I run away. I'm like, okay, I've gotten away from him. 10 minutes later, he's just sitting there going, God, wouldn't it be funny if that big guy showed up? And I'm like, no, it wouldn't be funny. Boom, he busts through the wall. I'm like, what the fuck is what? Oh my God. So I friggin' dropped the guy to his knees. I'm like, thank God. I run out of the door. I start going. He's like, he chimes up right again. He's like, man, wouldn't it be funny if he busted through that wall? And I'm like, what? Bam, he busts through the wall. I'm like, I dropped him already. Dropped him again. I run by. I'm sitting there like trying to catch my breath because I'm now like, I've used all my ammo because I didn't know what the hell was going to happen. Most of my ammo was in the friggin' crate. I'm sitting there, okay, I gotta get to the crate. I'll be fine. I just gotta go this way. And he goes, I'm like, you shut up right now. You just,
And that was the beginning of me becoming a Nostradamus, only an asshole. Like, every time I say those words, like, that shit comes true. That's why I'm banned from saying it.
See,
the last time I said, wouldn't it be funny if the wife still is pissed at me because Trump got elected? Yes, you can blame.
Yeah, I usually blame everything else on Dexter's connection.
No, but like the one that I got actually super into just because, just for childhood's sakes, I had to watch R.L. Stein's Fear Street.
Yes, I
had to. That first movie
with the bread slicer.
Holy shit! Fucking immaculate. Like, they went full in on it. Congratulations, R.L. Stein. You went into adult fucking horror, and you
that
killed
first film nailed. Like, that was a good, genuine feeling horror movie. Oh,
and not to mention the gore levels that they went to on that one were insane.
And the thing that threw me off, we were actually just talking about this earlier, that how they released, how Netflix has been releasing things on more of like an episodic, like they released Fear Street, and we got Fear Street 1994, and it was like, oh man, this is great. And then all of a sudden they had an ad for Fear Street 1978. I'm like, wait a minute, there's another part? I'm like, oh, it's not out yet. So a week later it comes out.
I thought I watched it in the wrong order, but then I realized that's how you're supposed to watch it, is from the ending to the beginning.
So 1994, as you're watching 1994, it's like it started the time. And then when you watch 1978, it's telling you about stuff that happened prior that they mentioned, but the time is still going in 1994.
Which that's the next one for me to get to. For me, it's been like watching the thing and like, but I know if I don't let my girlfriend watch it with me, I'm going to get murdered.
Well, so
like in the movie,
I won't give a bunch of it away, but the first one nails horror 100%. The second one opens it up, and it feels much more like a slasher film than it does like the first one, where the first one really feels like a genuine, like, oh, this is a freaky horror movie that you're unraveling everything. The second one is more of like, a Friday the 13th, where you know the killer.
You could tell what trope they were trying to go for each one, where they were trying to go for like almost like a Scream-esque thing for 1994. Like you said, Friday the 13th. But then they went almost like The Village
1666 took a weird turn. Honestly. It was kind of like, it kind of shifted from, I don't want to say it shifted to action, but it shifted more from a horror movie over to a mystery. Like a mystery with horror elements.
Yeah, but that was something that they always tried to tie it into it, though.
So are they kind of doing like as they go back in time? Are they doing kind of like what the popular
discovering-
horror
No,
genre
no,
of the
no.
time was too at the same
Well,
time?
what they do is they're discovering different, like, so in 1994, mild spoiler, you meet each like character from a different portion of the movie, and like because you have the main witch, you have the lumberjack guy, and then you have the one that's almost kind of like your street.
And then you got the scream slasher. Yeah, it has
whatever.
like as you watch the films, everything ties up more and more as you watch them. So you watch the first film, you get introduced to a bunch of characters. Then you watch the second film, and you get more backstory on those characters, and you start to see things as they unravel. And if you pay close attention, you actually get a lot of backstory on different characters that you saw in the first one that really you only saw a little bit in the first one, but you realize that they have a lot more to do with the whole story than you realize. And then the third one, it literally takes it all and it wraps it all up into a nice, neat bundle for you to work with.
I mean, but it was my favorite thing I've been watching besides I Think You Should Leave and, rewatching other kind of shows like that for that realm.
Yeah, there's been but Fear Street, if you haven't had a chance to watch Fear Street's definitely a fun watch.
Yeah, definite recommend.
It basically just watch 1994. If you don't like, if you watch it if you don't like it at all, you're like, nah, that was garbage. Don't bother watching the rest because it's pretty much like there's a lot of the same in it.
I think it starts to higher and then it just kind of slowly starts going a little bit further.
Well, yeah, they start giving you more, like, it's much less, it's giving you much more story in the second and third one than the first one. The first one, you're just like, yeah, the first one is just literally, it's a dungeon crawl. It's a, oh my God, there's this bad thing happening and we're trying to escape this big bad thing. And like, that's the crux of it.
I am a horror fan, and I do like getting the backstory later on, so I might actually enjoy that. I'll have to try that out.
It was a fun time. I mean, considering the times that we've had with horror involving this group has been something of a journey.
No, Fear Street's definitely a good one. I sincerely recommend it.
Say horrible crossplug. Go listen to the episode we did of April Fool's Day where we drank the worst fucking drink.
Oh my God! Yeah, that was. I don't know
what's the worst drink you've ever had?
What was the name of that there, Damok? I don't remember.
It was called the April Fool's.
I don't remember.
Or April Fool's joke.
Yep, it was. We were the April Fools.
It had like
for drinking
lime juice and.
Oh, it's meant to be terrible.
It was lime juice, vermouth, gin, and
those don't sound like they go together.
They don't.
I mean, I'm not a mixologist, but that does not sound.
I have done some phenomenal drinks, and they've attested to this. The Titanic one was the best drink when we had the Palomas, but
yeah,
except you guys didn't get to have them.
Because we literally just showed up. We're like, hey, we're here to drink. And they're like, hey, did you bring this stuff? Nope. Okay.
Well, and then what was even funnier about it is the fact that these two idiots are the ones that voted for Titanic, not thinking I was going to drag their asses to be involved.
That was a slight miscalculation.
True fucking story. It was like, oh, hey, he put it up to anybody can vote. Titanic, fuck you. You want to vote podcast?
Shit.
No, but now I feel like an asshole.
We did like a straight like choice of like disaster or like disaster comedies, which I'm still trying to do half those fucking movies. Like Cecil's already seen how large the list has now grown over the past couple of weeks. It's getting a little.
Did you do the Poseidon Adventure yet? Oh, when you do that, you gotta let me be there for that because I enjoy that film.
Oh yeah, if you give me more fun facts about the ship that doesn't fucking exist, Dude, okay. I swear to God.
I am a Titanic nerd, all right? I am a super Titanic nerd. It's just...
See, you forget about the fact that we were all drunk as fuck yelling at fucking Rose on the door when we're sitting there like, your fat ass could have let him on there and you just didn't want to. I know,
and there I am sitting there going, well, no, if that ship went down, the suction from it would have literally dragged them down in the...
And of course, I got so drunk on fucking Palomas, I started crying at the fucking end of the movie, and I was crying. I know, I cry at Titanic. I have every single time. Because you remember Cinna was acknowledging both of us, just sitting there, just being like, "Are you guys crying?" We're just like, "No."
I still love the Titanic memes. Like it shows a thick iceberg in Titanic. I'd hit that.
Oh no, we could not even make jokes for half the fucking movie because Cecil was giving us fun facts. Meanwhile, I'm just trying to be dark humor lord.
Yeah.
Oh yeah, Cecil loves it, but he loves Titanic because it was such a cool. I mean, it was a tragedy, but it was so much myth.
I was trying to show them like, I was trying to do it MST3K style, where I'm sitting there like the person sliding down the fucking wood like an actual water slide, just like wee. And meanwhile, I got fucking. It's like, you know how cold the water was that they fell into.
I know, I was such a dick. I really was.
And I think Cinna was about ready to murder you, but then she got like interested in the facts, which made it 10 times better.
But you know how cold that water was, right? You would literally have a tail. That would be your penis going inside out and out your asshole. Oh, yeah. That's how fucking cold it is.
Man, that's how it should have been said.
Actually, yeah, that should have been how it would have been described. That water is so cold, you grow a tail.
Yeah. No, I'm about to say, if you look down the list that we have right now of all the shit we have leading up, it's like just like a laundry list of good, bad, horrible, and then just really fucking sad.
I need to know if this movie is on that list. Tire.
Listing.
Fuck.
You mean Rubber?
No, it's Rubber.
Is it on there?
No, but I got some of the ones that you suggested.
I knew Damok would know what I'm talking about. All I remember is there was a friggin' bouncing magical tire that killed people.
I think we're gonna have you guys back on for like as in like the entirety of G.N.A. I feel like Orgasmo might have to be the one on that one.
Orgasmo's a great movie. Rubber is phenomenal.
Which I already have Damok's choice in here that we are planning to do also sometime soon, but we don't know how soon.
Time for a guilty admission. Yeah, I've actually never seen Orgasmo.
Wow, you're
surprisingly enough, I've never seen it.
What was the name of it again?
Rubber?
That again, I already forgot.
Rubber?
There you go.
I do not use them. You said my choice? If it's my choice, it would have to be
Poltergeist.
Oh fuck! What does that movie say?
I have Thank Damok next to the. I have Thank Damok next to
the. Is it
choice.
Poltergeist?
Oh, forget Poltergeist. Poltergeist. You know what you guys got to watch? You got to watch the spoof of Leslie Nielsen. You got to watch Repossessed.
No. Okay, we're not saying Poltergeist. We're saying Poultrygeist.
Yes.
Have you seen Poultrygeist?
Oh. No.
I've seen Poultrygeist though.
Why
it's a great movie. It's a great fucking movie.
I'm a horror buff. Why the hell have I not seen the spoof?
This is like just turning into
but I've also seen many spoofs.
G.N.A. talks about DNS podcast.
God. Poltergeist is...
Yeah, but what movie does... What movie has my name next to it?
Super Mario Brothers Extended Edition.
Oh, yeah.
You forgot about it.
Yeah, I did. I was really drunk.
What was the one that I just thought about too?
Because
I ended up editing the Banana Splits movie on there too, because I know that's gonna be a fun one.
I'm trying to get a kind of hold on this list. You said stuff about like tragedies. Now, are these movies about tragedies, or are we talking about movies that were fucking tragedies?
Yes, both.
Because Mario Brothers was a fucking tragedy.
Yes, both. Because like we have.
Okay.
Let's see what we got on here. We still.
Which sad is because I love Super Mario, like the games and everything else, and of course, I like as an actor, I love John Leguizamo. He always just kind of makes me laugh. So I'm like. But that Mario Brothers movie was just like...
See, we had to redo the episode of Jack Frost 2 because my recording software completely fucked off and I lost everything.
That's fine. I drank so much during that. I don't even remember what the hell we were... I don't even remember the movie. Let's watch it.
It's okay. I'm trying to list the worst ones I think I have on here
But right Cecil, did you spit your drink out and ruin more equipment?
I did not pull an episode 100 on that.
Well, we have Terror Tunes on there, which if you haven't seen that, look it up on YouTube. It's pretty fucking horrendous. We got Son of the Mask on there, too, so you already know I'm probably going to drink heavily on that
I would need to drink heavily to watch Son of the Mask.
Well, it's Jamie Kennedy, of course. Anyway, back to your shit, because I'm just fucking stealing thunder now.
That's what we do, man.
That's okay, man. That's okay. Bat pussy added to your list, but I won't be there for that.
Why would you do that to David?
If you guys,
why would you not be friendly like that?
If you guys tempt me any further, I'm pulling up Thumbtanic and making you watch it.
Do not under any and this is not reverse psychology. This is me warning you so that you cannot go like I think it took me at least 2 days to get hard after that movie. That's how bad that movie was.
All right, let me just give you some advice. If you think, hey, is it reverse psychology? Should we watch this? If you even think for a second, go take a wooden board out, right? A wooden plank. Lay it down on the table nice and low.
Carve it into a Ouija board.
No, pull your dick out, lay it on there. Take a nail and whack it through. That is more pleasant than this fucking movie, okay? That is more pleasant than watching that fucking movie.
Edward penis hands more than that.
I would rather go back and get another Apogevea than watch that movie again. Like, that's how bad that movie is.
No, I'm dead serious. If I get fucked up enough, don't be surprised if I just pull up some Thumbtack and be like, look at this shit.
Also, 1,000 times more pleasant than that movie, Bat Pussy. That was painful to even try to watch. Like, I actually felt physical pain, and I don't feel much pain in normally. I could literally stick a nail through my hand and be fine, and that was actually causing me physical agony.
Yeah, I had nothing to say throughout most of the damn movie. It was just no.
To give you some idea, I've actually had a doctor go, "Let me see your hand." I'm like, "Why? It works fine." He's like, "No, the X-ray shows it's broken, dude." I'm like, "Oh," and I felt more physical pain from watching that fucking movie.
Yeah, that's I
mean,
sticklet matches in your eyeballs.
The only movie that's nearly as bad as that would be that Amazon movie Without Remorse.
Oh God, yep, that's true.
Sorry, Blue, if you're listening.
Yay, AC is coming back on. Thank God, now I won't die.
Your AC only comes on at certain times?
It rotates so that we can save energy. Okay.
That's logical.
Yes, kitty.
Yes.
Think about the dolphins.
Think about all those things.
So, the Resident Evil fucking show on Netflix.
Yeah, back to it.
We skirted off on that. Was it me, or was it like it was lagging, and not like
it was frames were skipped. Frames were skipped.
It looked bad, like it was never rendered properly. Like I'm using a 3-year-old or 3-generation outdated GPU to
you
try
mean
and
like
watch
it was on your PS2?
The series looked like it was made like Cyberpunk.
They did it in an old version of Blender.
Yeah.
The one that went on XP.
They couldn't afford the subscription to Blender, so they just used the free version.
They used the version.
The sounds.
They used the version of Blender that literally could only use one CPU at a time.
The fucking Netflix Minecraft series worked better than that fucking series.
Netflix has a Minecraft series?
Minecraft story.
It was an interactive series.
It's basically, the game that was done by, I think, Telltale Games, Minecraft story. It's literally that, only on Netflix. So you just, instead of you walking around when you got to the points where you had to choose stuff, you literally just on your phone choose where you wanted to go. It was fun. It's kind of like Bandersnatch, if you ever watched that.
Or TV remote.
I have seen that.
Yeah, it was kind of like that in the elements of where you had to go. I loved Bandersnatch. I thought that was a great idea. I thought it was hilarious.
No, they did a really good job with it. I did like the Bandersnatch, but yeah, I don't know.
Bandersnatch was okay. That Bear Grylls one is a fucking trip.
Oh God, yeah. You're like, drink this instead. And he's like,
he's like,
well, you know what? Normally I would do this, but if I do this, I'll actually die. So I'm not going to actually do this.
I tried to prove a theory to see if Netflix would show Bear Grylls almost fucking dying, and each time it's like, oh no, I'm horribly injured. I'm gonna have to get picked up by helicopter.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah, that's why if I watch anything that's that's Survivor related, I watch Les and Survivor Man. Like that guy I like watching.
See, no, the thing is that I've been doing super hard is I've been getting into my guilty pleasure again, where me and my my girlfriend will sit there and watch My 600-Pound Life, 90 Day Fiance, and 1,000-Pound Sisters.
Your new girlfriend?
Oh, what?
No.
What fucking show did you just say?
1,000-Pound Sisters. Have you not seen this?
No, what the fuck?
The two of them combined at the beginning of the first episode, I'm pretty sure between the two of them weigh almost like 1,200 to 1,300 pounds.
How are they still alive?
Barely. It's funny because season 2 they get to deal with COVID.
Oh my.
They get to deal with COVID and one of them being pregnant while the other one's still a fat, revolting slob.
Do they die?
They didn't get that far in the series.
Maybe they did.
So yes.
it's the end of season 2's happened. I'm waiting for season 3 to drop. Oh my god, I hate my life.
Also know about the survival shows that I see that, you have all that guys like, oh, we're about to die if I don't find this. Man, if I was a cameraman, I'd be fucking pissed. I'd be like, you dick.
See, it's funny because it goes between that and then I just recently started rewatching Unwrapped.
I mean, most of those Survivor shows are all bullshit anyways. It's a set. There's a camera guy. They got all the shit there. It's all horseshit anyways.
See, if you want to do something that's horrible...
I can't say every single one, but I know most of them are horseshit.
Have you ever watched Survivor, man?
Oh, it's fake.
I don't think
I
saw
it's fake.
maybe saw an episode.
If you actually take a look at it,
earlier seasons, it looked like
no. So
fake.
that man actually takes his love for that show of making that show to a whole new level. Where he would do those shots where you'd see him walk away for miles. He literally would do that and then trek back miles and go pick up his camera to go do it again just for that shot.
Wow. See, wait. I thought that you said Survivor,
Survivor,
not Survivor Man.
No, Survivor is fake as fuck.
Okay, Survivor's fake. Yeah. No, because here's what I'm saying. If you want a true test of self-discipline, you get super fucked up and then just sit there, veg out, and watch Unwrapped. Tell me how many episodes you can get in before you have to go get yourself a goddamn snack.
Oh, dude.
I think I got through about 4 episodes before I had to get munchies.
Yeah, I don't know what is Unwrapped.
So what is Unwrapped? Yeah.
So it's the one where they basically go into how they make different things, whether it's your favorite snack foods, candy, junk food, healthy food, There's a little bit of everything, and it's hosted by Mark Summers of Double Dare, which basically is all I needed to fucking listen. So,
dude, I've literally been watching the whatever British baking show, the Great Baking British Baking Show, whatever the hell it is, the Great.
Dude, if you like that, you would love Unwrapped because it's basically just sitting there teaching you how they make it. Sometimes they go a little bit deeper and actually good, so you could almost literally make it. But they don't give portions or anything like that. But they give ingredients and shit. So if you could sit there and take a guess in the dark, you can maybe. Well, dude,
that's how all of the recipes for my grandmother came. It's all just what's in it, no quantities whatsoever. You just had to figure and guess.
Yes. No, it's definitely a good one. And then I think after that, it's been. I've been getting super fucked up and watching Bob Ross and getting upset, angry.
Oh man, that man's been through some shit.
Bob Ross is actually the reason why he was always soft spoken and so nice. He was a drill sergeant in the Air Force and basically swore he'd never raise his voice again.
Yeah, no,
and the signature look, a big old poofy hair, he actually fucking hated. So he went, he had it growing out to see what it will do. Yeah. Did the first initial shows and he went back, he wanted to cut it all off and do a good military style cut or just cut it off and do something else. And the exec, no, that's your look, you can't do it. And he was stuck fucking wearing that damn.
No.
Yeah, he got the perm because when he got out of the Air Force, he didn't want to pay for haircuts. He was actually a pretty cheap penny pinching kind of guy. He didn't want to pay for haircuts anymore, so he got the perm. And then he absolutely hated the perm, but it was his look. They wouldn't let him do it.
See, no, the reason I know that there's someone out there listening to this being like, how can you watch Bob Ross and get upset? Listen, when you're entirely off your fucking ass on whatever the fuck you're doing, and you see this man just point one line down and then just start going like this, and it's suddenly a fucking tree, you're sitting there like, this dude's a warlock, I hate him.
Can you imagine though if Gordon Ramsay and him swap places, it's a little raw, but it'll be our happy little accident, our little secret. We'll just go and put it back in the grill for a little bit longer. And Gordon Ramsay, does this fucking tree look happy? Well, fucking does it?
See, I
would pay to see that.
Has anyone ever actually truly acknowledged Gordon Ramsay's ability to morph into whatever show he is? MasterChef Junior, he is the sweetest motherfucker to those kids. As soon as they become adults, you fucking donkey!
But that's the thing is that's what they're selling on that show is drama. He's trying to basically rescue these bars. There are adults that should know better that are literally food poisoning people.
You watch,
but if you watch his YouTube channel, he's just so very British. It's beautiful.
He tries to make it relaxed when he's doing his actual cooking lessons. Because I've been watching some of his instructions videos.
Oh man, they just make me so fucking
dude.
Hungry.
The scrambled eggs fucking video makes me just sit there and just oh cock.
I like the beef Wellington one.
Oh,
fucking proper beef Wellington. And then he takes a beef Wellington and he makes a proper steak sandwich. He makes the mustard sauce.
Did you see Gordon Ramsay on Hot Ones?
Yes.
Yes, that
That was
great.
so good.
No, I didn't catch that
Oh
one.
my god.
He's sitting there suffering with hot sauce, trying to make his normal scrambled eggs. He's like, "Oh, fuck me!" And then he's still telling him exactly what to do and maintaining.
He's like, "Now
his
take it off the
composure.
heat. Now
It's
do this. Now do this. Now
incredible.
put it back on the heat. Now do this." Oh yeah, Gordon Ramsay on Hot Ones.
Yeah, and then he's going to sponsor the show, right? So they get some proper fucking wings, if I remember correctly.
Yeah, I still don't think they've done that because I watched the episode they did with Lil Nas X too.
One thing I got to give the host of Hot Ones some major props for. I don't know if you guys ever noticed this, but whatever his contestants have is what he has. If they have a glass of water, he has a glass of water. If they have a beer, he has a beer.
Soy milk.
If they have some soy latte,
milk,
whatever thing, he has the exact same thing. If they're eating cauliflower wings, he's eating cauliflower wings.
I'm sorry, but I have to make the bold prediction that man is going to a grave at an early age. He has fucked up his digestive system.
Oh, it's a straight pipe.
Honestly.
It goes in his mouth and comes out his ass.
Or he is fucking indestructible now. Like, he will survive the apocalypse and he'll eat anything, any nuclear leftovers. He'll be like, I'm fine.
That gave me a little bit of a tummy ache, but I think I'll be okay.
And see, that's God eating that fucking spicy ass food. And like, oh, Reaper peppers, I'll take 20.
Yeah, but
Still,
like that's been one of my like
I want to see God versus my
God
dad.
would win. God would win.
That sounds like a DreamWorks movie in the works.
That's extreme.
Oh, yeah.
Because like, my old man's like pretty much immune to anything.
My dad is God.
Your old man is immune to almost anything, but I have seen things that God has done.
Stop that. That's fucking
and I'm telling you,
that's how you not do that.
Like,
well, now
I
want to
would be down. You want to we got to fly these two and get them together and just like, okay, here it is, guys. Here's the Choco Challenge. Here's the Hot Wings Challenge. And here's a specially homemade bottle of G.N.A hot sauce. All you got to do is drink it.
This would be a nuclear version of Hot Ones, man.
We did a Hot Ones episode too for our shit where we watched Thanksgiving with hot wings.
Nice.
And varying sausage, which if I get bored enough tonight for the episode, I might make it interesting and just do like a couple dabs of it. But we'll see.
No.
Yeah, but my dad's ingested some pretty extreme shit.
See, no, I did the Pocky One Chip Challenge one year when I worked at a unnamed company that is copyrighted, so I will not mention.
Yeah.
We used to try to see if we could kill my dad with hot stuff. I mean, but he just didn't even shed a tear or blink.
I'll put it this way: if you do the Pocky One Chip Challenge and you haven't done spicy stuff before, your O-ring is going to hurt for like a solid 2 days.
Oh no, his dad would be fine with one chip challenge. I've actually wanted to I was trying to track those down, but they were sold out everywhere I looked.
If you look, I can send you a link to one where I bet might still have them. There's actually one, that same company I worked for. I can literally show you that they had an entire box of spicy shit.
Yeah, but are they original one chips and they're old as fuck now and stale?
No, they're updated constantly. They always get fresh shit.
You'll find stuff you have to sign for.
Yeah, they're gonna feed you stale fucking chips. What the hell, dude?
You'll get I'm sure God's like this too. From Cecil's description, but my dad, it's you'll get stuff you have to sign a waiver for. He'll just dump it on, and you'll be big old thing, mouthful, and he'll be yeah, it's hot, but a little chemically tasting.
Yeah, it kind of tastes like the air of a truck tire.
I'm God.
Yeah, and it's
that's what God does.
You should be dead, old man.
Have you seen? He's on the G.N.A YouTube. God's there eating the Choco Challenge, which, if you don't know, Pucker Butt makes Reapers, Carolina Reapers. They're the company that made them, and they make that special little piece of chocolate that is just full of Carolina Reaper and the extra little shit. Yeah. So he ate. I bought it for him. Good. He ate it. He sweat a little bit, but he was like, "It's really good." Then they came out with the new Choco Challenge a year ago. A little over a year ago. So I bought 6 boxes and he was just nope. And they're really good. And it's straight Reaper pepper in chocolate with extra, it's Caspian or whatever the fuck. There you go. Cecil has it. Is.
Yeah, okay.
See, I've never seen my dad even so much as a tear, a blink, or even a sweat. So I'd like to see them two get together and do a competition. I want to see this. That'd be awesome. I've never even seen a reaction from my dad. No matter what we fed him, I've never seen a reaction from the man. Damn. So I want to see him versus if God's that indestructible as far as digestive wise. I want to see this.
This guy's the more mild one. This is the white chocolate.
Yeah, that's the new one. And it's supposed to, some people said it was more mild. Other people said it was just as bad. I don't know. But I did buy God the hot sauce that's 17.5 million Scoville, whatever the fuck. Like, it's just, they just add a whole bunch of is it Caspian or what the fuck is the actual ingredient? Yeah, that shit. And it's just a bottle of that. And he pours it out and it's like, it's really good. He's like, it could be hotter. It could be better flavor. You haven't eaten that, Cecil? There's still more boxes at God's house.
No. This is actually one my brother got me forever ago. And it was after a whole big issue that I just never got around to it.
So I have a fantastic transition to something else I've been dealing with recently.
All right. Well, so they have a cream for it. It'll clear itself IBS? Right up in a couple of days. The symptoms. Oh,
not that. So I have had a song stuck in my head since just figuring out this week what the fuck the song even was. I have had Goodbye Stranger by Supertramp stuck in my head for the past 2 fucking weeks, and God help me, I cannot get it out. I even tried listening to fucking Sandstorm, and that didn't fucking work.
Here's what you have to do, okay? You just got to follow me here. Think of a golf course, okay? Think of the golf course green, all right? Think of an igloo on the golf course green. All right, I just want you to focus on that. Focus on that igloo. Now, there's a polar bear skating around that igloo, all right? Can you see the polar bear? The polar bear is yelling radar.
Fuck was that? Oh, wait, horse dog upstairs. Never mind.
Say, if you focus just on that, your brain can actually not focus on anything else. It's so fucked up.
Now, what does it mean if the polar bear starts hula dancing?
It means that you're not focusing on the igloo.
Usually ADHD,
yeah,
you know.
ADD.
which is funny because I
focused on it, and then I was done with it. I was like, okay, the bear is circling it, saying radar, cool.
Yeah, but then the worst part is the fucking piano riff before that goes in. Now what the worst part is, the piano riff that goes in before the fucking chorus is just popped back in my head, so...
I still have a polar bear just circling the drain.
Radar. Speaking of radar, have you guys seen MASH? Please tell me you've seen MASH.
Yes.
Love MASH.
Yes.
Love MASH. I got the wife the whole big like special edition, like and like the army green, the big binder.
I got a kick on watching MASH because it was on Hulu. And I was just like, yeah, you know what? Fuck it. I'm going to watch MASH. And I just have it on my list of things, where you just set up Hulu and it'll just start playing episode after episode and it'll just shuffle them up for you. I have MASH in that mix, and god damn it, I still love MASH.
See, the thing that I've been doing is I finally got Paramount Plus, and I'm so fucking happy about it because my sister fucking gave it to me, so I've just been fully using it to the fullest degree and watching. They have the game shows from my childhood that I grew up on, so now it's just me as a grown ass adult yelling at the kids on the fucking show, like, "You fucking idiot! It's right fucking there." Double Dare has been the one that I'm just like internally screaming, but to not scare Shelby, I'm just sitting there just like
oh yeah,
because like that show is infuriating. Like I'm sorry, every kids game show that I have ever seen, from the ones I've watched all the way back in the 70s, like the ones that they used to show from the 70s all the way up to like now, it gets worse. The kids get stupider and they don't know shit. I had to watch fucking Double Dare remake where all the kid did every 5 seconds is dab.
Wait, what?
Yeah, what the fuck?
I kid you not. Every time after their team got an answer right on the remake of Double Dare that they did in like 2018, I think it was. Literally, after every question you got right, he's just sitting there just going like this.
Oh god.
For all I know, he had Tourette's.
Or maybe he was having a seizure and nobody knew about it. Maybe a stroke.
Yeah.
Watch Double Dare. You can see a child have a stroke.
I have a terrible seizure story.
Oh, is this where you the person in the tub with your clothes? Oh, well, go ahead.
No. So when I started working down south, right? I'm not very religious, and obviously not very smart on that stuff, right? So apparently, there's a lot more flavors of Christianity than I thought. Flavors, yeah. Denominations, whatever. So when I was working down south, apparently they don't socialize like, hey, you want to go to a barbecue or you want to go to the club, you want to hang out? No, they invite you to church, right? So I got invited to a church. I was like, yeah, well, I'm not religious, but why not? Well, it turns out it was a Pentecostal church. I don't know at this point in time in my life. I do now. I have no idea what a Pentecostal is, right? For those of you out there, they're the ones that get kind of in the, they get the spirit, they can flail around, whatever. I didn't know this. Nobody warned me. Nobody fucking warned me, right? So I'm sitting in this church, and somebody starts kind of like getting in the spirit, I guess, and they're sitting there like, flopping on the floor. And at the time, I still had my professional rescuer's license, right? So I think it looks just like a seizure. I'm like, shit! I go running over, trying to get somebody to bring a pillow, trying to do all the thing, and they got pissed at me. So fucking pissed. I'm sitting there like, what? Why is nobody like assisting here or like,
if you
calling 911?
Oh, wait, sorry. Finish your story.
I have no idea what's going on. Yeah, I have no idea what's going on, right? So they got pissed. They pretty much kicked me out like, don't come back again, right? And then a few weeks later, right?
You came back.
No. Oh. No, one of them actually apologized. They're like, dude, you're right. He was actually having a real seizure and he actually just died. Like, he went into a seizure again and he actually legitimately fucking died. And I'm like, okay. So,
the Holy Spirit made him become a spirit.
That took a hell of a dark twist there, bud.
Because I wanted to say, like I told you, but at the same time, I was like, fuck, I'm sorry. So, yeah, I mean, I was right, but I didn't
Here
feel
I am,
good
like,
about
listening, going,
oh my God, I just made that. Oh.
Well, I mean, I'm sitting here like, yeah, this could be funny, this could be funny, this could be funny, and then bam, he died. Wow.
He said horrible story at the beginning.
To be fair, I made the funny of this. It's just it's still horribly, horribly fucked up.
But you can imagine me so fucking clueless. It turns out I'm right. My assessment was right, but it's like, I am so damn clueless in this.
No, see that.
And if you know me, I'm just goofy. I'm not like the sharpest tool or the most socially adept here. I'm just fucking awkward.
This is a good transfer to fucking this is the thing. After watching this, it made me kind of like start to doubt religion. I watched Jesus Camp one night, 100% sober. And
what's Jesus Camp?
You have never.
I honestly have no idea.
So
I've never seen.
You want
I don't
to
know what
see
it
the
is.
proof that certain religions are fucking cults? Watch that fucking movie. It is about a youth church camp. I think it is in Wisconsin or Michigan, I think it was, or I don't remember where it was. It was up north.
It's a fucked up documentary that goes in and shows you the churches.
Isn't evangelical? I think it was evangelical.
Yeah, there's a lot of evangelical stuff.
But you see these kids start speaking in tongues, and like it doesn't even sound like a kid's fucking talking. It is fucked, and like you can see these kids like visibly like shooken up from this. Like, they're going to their parents afterwards, like, holding on to them because they're terrified for their fucking lives.
Whenever I hear anything about bad religion, the only thing that ever goes in my head is like, No, it's actually History Roll Part 1. The Inquisition, what a show. The Inquisition, here we go. The whole spiel just goes off in my head.
See, for me, you just did that and I went to Monty Python.
Anytime I think of cults, I immediately think of, do you guys ever watch those VHS movies? God.
Yes.
So there was one of them, I think it was VHS 2. One of them had like this whole cult in it. And like they literally, the guy's watching the tape and runs up to that. And the only reason I think of it is because the guy literally explodes. And I'm like, I'm pretty sure that's what happens in every single cult. Somebody just gets so fucked up into it that they just explode.
Well, I mean...
Cecil, correct me if I'm wrong, because I'm just trying to remember. The VHS, those were the Weird Al movies, right?
VHS was they were like little short films put together, little short horror films put together. Like there was an overarching storyline to it.
Anthology. It was an anthology series.
Oh yeah. Okay.
Like ABC's of Death,
Yeah,
except with VHS, you didn't have to sit there and watch kids getting fucked.
True.
You don't remember ABC's of Death? The first one, they actually literally made someone physically masturbate to the sight of a child.
Wow, that's going like way too far in many ways.
No, so here's the thing is...
No, I'm talking about the movie, not necessarily the movie. No. That just sounds weird.
So for ABC's of Death, they hired 26 directors from around the world. And so their media laws are all different of what they can get away with. Take a shot in the dark of where this one was chosen.
Yeah.
No, I'm good.
Asia. I think to be more specific, either Japan or China. But anywho, no. The other thing I've been watching a lot of, I've gotten, I think, either my second or third rewatch through of Monty Python's Flying Circus. Oh, dude.
And on the topic of religion, The Life of Brian.
That is a fantastic fucking movie, especially the English lesson he's given as he's painting the fucking, telling him to go home on the fucking brick wall. Write it 1,000 times by morning, or we'll cut your dick off.
Life's a piece of shit when you look at it.
Dude, I listen.
Always look on the bright.
See, I listen every time I feel bad after a day of work or whatever. I have to play that fucking song. I have to, because then like I'm just sitting there on the way home, just like, oh,
hey, there's a cat there.
Hi, kitty. Yo.
Would be even funnier if it's really on its way to work, all the way home from work, and the cat's been hiding there all day. It's like, oh, what the fuck? He's all over the road and shit.
Nah, he's a good kitty boy.
Nah, just the look on his face just reminds me of the face that JR had after he took that hit of acid when we watched Braveheart.
Oh, you poor lovable boy.
Well, he flicked a cigarette out of it. He tried to go flick a cigarette out of the window, where the old wood stove was. He tried to flick it out, and it hit the window, and it sparked, and he just went, whoa!
Yeah.
Yeah, the
Wasn't
whole movie.
He like frozen for like 3 fucking, like
credits came on, and finally he's like, wow, man, that was a weird 5 minutes.
So poor bastard. I do not understand. I don't know why you're doing this. You weren't ever like this. Okay, yeah, fuck off. Yeah. I try to give you a sweet fucking moment on a podcast, and you just give me the finger. Oh!
That is a cat. It's what they do.
Fun fact. I got a great story about one of the recent episodes that we did for Thoughts and Shots. That this is the craziest shit that could have ever happened, and I'm so glad I did what I did this night. So, as I was telling Cecil in the Thoughts and Shots Discord, we've been getting new hosts on the show, and the first new host for this episode was Wayne's World. And that was a great fucking time. We got through the entire episode. I had just gotten done rendering the episode to go edit the next day. And meanwhile, as we're looking outside, a storm had just started, bro. It's just a little rain, a little thunder. We're not minding anything. So we start hopping on Rocket League. And all of a sudden, as I'm about to rank up, mind you, in my fucking competitive matches, and I have been having a hard time doing that, the power starts to flicker. And then all of a sudden, like a fucking snap, Dark Ages. Luckily, I had rendered the episode beforehand, but good lord. Like, it made me so upset, because I had to sleep drunk as fuck, which anyone that knows me as a drinker, I am very much one that sweats once I start drinking a lot. So I'm passed out on this couch behind me. I wake up covered in a pool of my own sweat, because AC's not working, our fans aren't working, and again, I was drunk as all fuck. So, hey lady, could you not do that? Thanks.
Well, that story took a weird twist.
It's the squirrel. It's a squirrel.
Just out of curiosity, just because,
fuck you, cat.
First, I'm hearing the name Thoughts and Shots. Is it like thoughts like thinking in shots, or is it like the slang term for hose in shots?
No, it's thinking in shots. We riff over movies, drinking game nights, and just overall conversations, kind of similar to this.
Okay, so I was thinking like thoughts, like the hose and shots. I was like,
you would not be surprised at how many times we get asked that every time that someone's a guest on here. It's like, where's the girls? And we're like,
plot twist, we are the girls.
It's we got titties.
It is 2021, so
Kelly can be a guy's name. Oh my god,
who would get off to this? I'm sorry, Jesus.
Well, I mean, oh yeah, we can't forget from the Titanic episode the nicknaming of our co-host Brandon of Choco Bear.
Yeah.
Which
I still say.
Which I'm going to try and see if I can show this on the thing.
I still say still easier finishing than that pussy.
Let me see.
He has such a likable face, dude. I want to give him a hug.
Let's see. Can I get it to fucking? Oh wait, we're getting somewhere.
Put it
I can see where it's supposed to say Choco Bear or Choco Bear.
Let's see, maybe. Come on, focus, you moron.
Yeah, I see my
Cecil's
reflection. That's
Come on,
that
you
helps.
don't wait.
Why is my reflection? Why is my reflection clearer in his phone than the actual text on his phone? How does that work out?
Come on, focus, you idiot!
Facial recognition.
There you go.
AI.
There you go. Yep.
Close enough, but yeah, his name in the thing is Choco Bear, as mine is still Wop Goblin.
Better than Cop Goblin.
Which Brandon gave me that one. Because my girlfriend and my ex-co-host at one point made a joke because I was so annoyed with the song WAP, so every time that I would hear it, I would start going like, "Nyeh." So they called me the WAP Goblin. And if anyone calls me in reality...
Oh, yeah, there you go. He's got the flame there.
Cecil's often referred to me as a goblin tinkerer, if you remember the Magic the Gathering
don't let this man with a screwdriver near anything that you enjoy.
So.
Oh, God. But, yeah, no, it was a scary fucking time because we were out of power for like a day and a half. No, wait. Night and a half. Which I was worried I wasn't going to be able to edit the episode, and I'm like, we're on a consistent schedule. We don't want to fuck with this, please.
I hear you there. Well, gentlemen, it is getting to that time of the night where we're going to wrap this shit up. So, Devin, where can people find you at?
Yeah. You can find Thoughts and Shots now officially on SoundCloud, Spotify, Apple Podcasts. We finally got on the fucking thing. Yes! Nice. Thanks, Steve Jobs from the grave. Anyway, you can also find us on Twitch. We'll probably find a way to post a Discord server because we need more people to join. We're a fun community. You can sit there and watch Cecil and I be drunken assholes half the fucking time.
True story.
So, we're also trying to start doing some more hangouts and movie nights in the Discord. It's just trying to schedule those into my hectic fucking life as a podcaster, musician, and just overall drunken
I
idiot.
hear you there.
So,
what about you, Damok? Where can people find you at, man?
I used to exclusively troll the G.N.A. Discord, and now you can actually find me in the Thoughts and Shots Discord. So those two places, but I mostly talk shit. Yeah, and under a bridge. I started hiding after the Choco Bear incident. I think I drank way too much.
Canceled.
What about you, D? Where can people find you at, man?
Well, people can find me on my website, microbrewgamers.com. They can find me on my same thing, Microbrew GamerZ, at Facebook, Twitter, Twitch,
Pornhub,
you name it, YouTube. You can find me on my I've got my own Discord as well, Microbrew Gamers, Haunting the G.N.A. podcast, and soon to be Thoughts and Shots.
Oh, don't even doubt me. I could have you on next fucking week.
Oh, yeah.
Which we don't even know what we're doing next fucking week, so buckle up.
I'm Cecil Xavier, your host.
Yeah.
You can find me on Cecil vs. Games on Twitter, Cecil Xavier everywhere else, Facebook, Ustream, Grindr, blah, blah, blah. If I'm not there, let me know. I'll join in there. You can also find me in like every Discord known to man and a whole bunch of Gilded places too, because TPC moved over to Gilded and I'm over there on theirs as well. So pretty much if I'm not someplace, let me know. I'll go there and I'll troll around too. We hope you enjoyed the show. Don't forget to rate, review, and subscribe on your favorite podcast app. Reviews help people find the show. So if you like to listen to us, help other people or help other people find us. You can find us on Podcast Addict, Stitcher, Play FM, Spreaker, iTunes, Your Listen, Google Play, Spotify, iHeartRadio, a whole bunch of other places. If we're not someplace, let us know. We'll upload there too. We don't care. We have a partnership with Humble Bundle still. Humble Bundle is a game purchasing service where you can buy games with a twist. Every game that you buy, everything you purchase there, part of the proceeds go over to charity. So it's pretty cool. You buy games like you normally would, but you also donate to charity simultaneously. If you head over there and you buy something, at the end of your Humble Bundle link, just put !partner equals G.N.A. podcast. That'll let them know that we sent you there. If they still have the sliders, or think they still do, make sure to move that slider for G.N.A. podcast all the way down to 0. We don't want your money. We want you to give it to charity, give it to the developers, maybe throw some bones over to Humble Bundle. We don't, but we don't want it. We want you to give the money to other people. We also have our merch store up. Just Google G.N.A. Gutter Shots. and you'll find a whole bunch of our gear up there. And I'm actually, one of the things I'm going to be focusing towards the end of this year is getting some more artwork done and getting some more merch up there. We've got our new logo up there. We've got pint glasses. We've got the Damok line, the vintage line. Actually, Damok's holding up one of the G.N.A glasses right now. We got a whole bunch of lines up there. We got more that are coming down the line, coming down the pipe. So keep checking out G.N.A gutter shots. You can get all sorts of things. So check those out.
Yeah, that V-neck is highly fucking comfortable. Oh, yeah. Highly recommend.
We also have, one last thing. We have a website.
Yeah.
Devin, fix your fucking headphones, dude. I swear to God, how are you gonna have one crooked this whole fucking time? It's been driving me nuts the whole show. It's broken. It can be broken in my ass, dude. Get it fixed. .com or GNApodcast.com. But seriously, man, fix your fucking headphone.
You realize
it's really bothering me.
You realize I don't usually have these.
Right, but it's really bothering me. I've never seen like the, and it's like
no. I'm just gonna spend another $50 and just get another one of these because this one's fucked.
I'm not gonna readjust my fucking headphones.
Now that we're doing that, I guess we'll. We all got to do it now.
That is not happening. I don't have cheap headphones. God damn it! It's driving me insane.
Ears. What do you? I have stretched ears. What do you fucking want?
So get bigger headphones. I've plenty to choose from.
Yeah, I'm not trying to look like the bassist from fucking Linkin Park. Thank you.
Yeah.
Hey, Damok, you should probably like these.
I don't know what those are.
Cheapest ones you can find.
Of course, the Corsair.
RGB too. Look at that. That's.
Oh, the mic is RGB.
There you go. That gets
RGB
gets Damok horny.
The Corsair's T-Pain special. The T-Pain special edition ones.
No.
Oh, they're nice.
HG6XXs. I have 1700Xs goes. I have fucking bass cannons that are fucking V-Modas. Like, you want to talk headphones, let's do headphones, but no, you guys have cheap ones.
Outro that never ends.
Yeah, no, I don't
have a good night, gentlemen.
Like, after we're done here, I just talk in the Discord. Have a great night.
You're just gonna just find a way to infiltrate mine. I'm gonna get a knock on my door, and it's gonna be Damok at my fucking door for Space Jam.
The original I'll watch. I won't watch the remake after the first 10 minutes.
I'll do it as a movie night in the Discord here in the coming future.
Have a good night, gentlemen.
Have a good night.
Have a good night. Listen to us, you fucks.